5 things older retirees should probably sell. You got to think about it, guys. When you get in your older years, you have to reevaluate things. Do they even make sense anymore? Are there things that you could be doing with the proceeds from these things you sell, such as investing in low risk, income generating products? Or, if it's not dividend stocks, it could be just investing as normal, freeing up cash for your older years. Do these things even have benefits for you anymore? I've got 5 things that older retirees should probably sell. Hey, if you have any comments on this, let me know. Are there things that you are sitting on, you're not sure whether you should sell them or not? Let me know, guys. I'm very curious. So, what are these 5 things? Number 1, the family home. This could be a 4-bedroom, 3-bath monstrosity. Would that be a monstrosity? Okay, let's say a 6-bedroom, 4-bath monstrosity that you're sitting on. You've got high utility bills. I mean, who's going to pay for all that heat in the winter, right? And it's an empty nest now. Do you really need that big of a 3,000 square foot house now for you and the wife? Do you? Forget about it if you're single. I don't think you do. So you got higher utility bills. You got higher insurance bills. You might have higher property tax bills depending on where you're going to move if you downsize. And bottom line, there's just more upkeep. There's more upkeep. And the older you get, the less you want to do that upkeep, right? So why not pick a place you've always loved? Research it. Think about maybe you're retiring to this place that you've always loved. Let's say you went on vacations every year to this place for 2 weeks at a time. Think about downsizing to something much smaller in that place that you love. Do you really need a big house anymore? Probably not. Most of us probably not, right? Number 2, now that the kids are gone, now that you're getting up there in age, you've been retired for a while, do you really need a second vehicle? I mean, think about it. You're paying out insurance, maintenance, registration fees for this second vehicle that you might not even need anymore, right? You might not need it, so why keep it? Why keep it if it's sitting there in the garage where you and the wife, or if you're just single, you don't really need it. You could just get by on one, right? You're not really going that many places anymore. If you do, you take your one car, sell the other one, get rid of it, free up a little more extra cash every month. Hey, if you retire on moderate income, which is what this channel is all about, if you guys are seeing me for the first time, this is a channel on moderate income. If you like this video, think about subscribing. So yeah, if you're on moderate income, every little bit of cash helps, right? Every little bit of cash helps. I mean, most of us on moderate income are not sitting there going, yep, I'm sitting on my big pile of cash, man. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I don't need anything else. No, every little bit of cash helps. Now, if you have $5 million in the bank, hey, keep your second car, keep your third car even. But if you don't, think about it. Number 3, collectibles. What are collectibles? Art, antiques, jewelry. These could have more value as cash now, some of them, than decor, than stuff you just like looking at, right? I mean, you hear those stories about people with those old baseball card collections. Now, are you going to be looking at those every day? Are those going to be displayed in your living room? Well, for some of you, they might. No, probably not. But guys, what about just like art? What about just stuff hanging on your wall that you've had up for 30 years and you don't even look at it anymore? Hey, you never know. That could bring you some cash. Again, cash in moderate income retirement is king. It gives you more peace of mind. And when you have peace of mind in retirement, man, that's a good place to be, right? That's a really good place to be. You go to bed at night. You're not up worrying about things. Bring in a little extra cash with that stuff that you could walk back and forth to the refrigerator 10 times a day, right? Let's say you go through your living room. You don't even look at this stuff anymore. When's the last time you even noticed it was there? If it might bring some value, antiques, whatever they are, think about getting rid of them. Free up some cash. Number 4. Now this for some might not be, this could be just a deal breaker. Sell your business. If you have a business and you're in older retirement, take all the work you've done for 30, 40, even 50 years in some cases with your business, reap the benefits now of what you've built, right? You're not getting any younger, guys. Think about it. All that money coming in now, you could do things you never even thought about doing before, or you thought about them, but you just didn't have enough money. Sell the business. It eliminates a hassle too, right? Let's say you're 72 years old. Do you really still want to run a full-time business? Or let's say you're the owner and you're just checking in every now and then. Do you still even want to deal with that? Just sell it. Give it to someone else. Give it to one of your children, or sell it to a long-time employee if they can afford to buy it. Whatever, guys, whatever. Do you still need all that hassle of running a business? And let's say you're 68 years old. Free up that cash. Move to a place you always wanted to live. Take that really expensive vacation you've always wanted to do. Travel around Europe for a month. And then after that, go to Southeast Asia. Whatever. Free up the cash. Or take all the proceeds from that, invest into something like dividend stocks, where you can just live off the dividends. If you're selling a business, you're probably getting a big chunk of change for that, right? And number 5, rental properties. Now this one could be controversial because I know that a lot of people in retirement, that's what they use for like their monthly expenses, the rental income they get from these properties, right? So this could be controversial, but think about it, guys. After owning these, let's say for 20, 30 years, do you really want to deal with the headache anymore of being a landlord? Hey, I was a landlord for, I think it was a year and a half or 2 years, something like that. It's been a while. I only had one person. I owned a duplex. I lived in the top level and they lived down below. For the most part, it wasn't bad. But you always had those, calls. Like it could be late at night. Hey, my sink won't shut off. The water from it. It's still leaking. Okay, you got to fix it, right? Hey, can I park over here instead of over here? Or if they're parking there, they might be parking in front of a neighbor's house. You have to deal with that. All these little things. Doesn't seem like a big deal, right? But they all add up. And upkeep. Do you really want to deal with rental property upkeep? I don't know. The older you get, you might not want to. I know my year and a half as a landlord kind of like put me off that whole thing. So rental properties, guys, especially if you have like 2 or 3, they could be a headache after a while, right? You could have someone looking over those properties for you, but still, if you're getting up there in age, why not take the cash that you probably had these properties for 20, 30 years, and in a lot of cases, they're probably paid off. Take the cash from that. Do something you always wanted to do, a big ticket expense. Invest the rest like you've been investing before. Or this could be a time to take that money from that, and some people do this. Before they pass on, they give out inheritance. Let's say they're 77. They give out their inheritance early. That way you can do it. I don't care if you make a will or whatever. You're in the back of your mind, you might be thinking, I hope this person, my executor does what I want them to do with this. Take out the hassle of that. Sell the rental properties. Give your children their inheritance from those properties. Hey, if you're not going to give them the properties outright, if they don't want to deal with it, give them their inheritance, cash, whatever it's going to be. So there you go, guys. There are 5 things that older retirees should probably, depending on the situation, thinking about selling. You're getting older. You know, do you really want the hassle of all this stuff? Wouldn't you rather just have the proceeds to do things you always wanted to do in life? Think about it, guys. Think about it. I know with me, I'm only 62, but I'm kind of like eliminating things, little things that I don't want to deal with anymore because I just don't want to deal with them. So there you go, guys. And as always, from the beautiful high desert, we got this.